As a consultant, what you're really trying to do is change the client's condition. And from my perspective, before I will do an emergency plan or an exercise, I'd like to know if you've addressed some of these big picture items. Have you thought about the things that could go bad on you? Have you come up with concepts? Have you developed policies? Do you have an advisory committee? Do you hold regular meetings? If those things aren't in place, then I really question whether your plan or your training or your exercise are going to be terribly effective. I think it's important anytime that you're engaged with a client that it become sort of a long-term relationship. There has to be a certain levels of trust, and things don't happen overnight in the emergency planning world. I think the consultant must be ready to engage with the client in kind of a long-term capacity and be able to come back and say, this is where we were last year, this is where I see us this year, here's maybe where we need to be in the next 3 to 5 years. We sometimes also underestimate the importance of corporate culture. I spend a lot of time with folks who have been told, there's one way you do an emergency plan, and it's this way. You're now taking and trying to take this plan and force the corporation or the organization or the government body into that particular plan. Corporate culture is a little bit different from that. People make decisions different ways. Some environments, people are authorized to make decisions at the lowest possible level. Others, they have to percolate up. That makes a big difference when you're trying to implement an emergency plan.